The County of Gützkow was a part of the Duchy of Pomerania during the High Middle Ages, named after the central town of Gützkow and stretching roughly from the Peene River in the south to the Ryck River in the north. It emerged from the earlier Liutician Principality of Gützkow that was turned into a castellany when subdued by the Dukes of Pomerania. When the last Count of Gützkow died in 1359, the area was turned into a Vogtei, which was merged into a Amt Wolgast in the beginning 16th century. Principality of Gützkow. Until the 12th century, the borough of Gützkow was the center of a Liutician Principality. When Otto von Bamberg converted the area to Christianity in 1128, Wittelsbach I, Duke of Pomerania, had already subdued it. Otto's chroniclers reported a Prinzepsmitzlord of Gützkow. Otto leveled an important Liutician temple and replaced it with St. Nikolai's Church, now the center of the town of Gützkow. Castellany of Gützkow. The Dukes of Pomerania turned the principality into a Pomeranian castellany district and appointed a castellan. In 1164 and 1177, the area was subject to Danish and Saxon raids. County of Gützkow. Wittelsbach was castellan of Gützkow until his death in 1219. His wife Dobraslawa, daughter of Boguslaw II, Duke of Pomerania, was styled Countesses of Gützkow in a 1226 document approving the transfer of various lands to the nearby Stolp Abbey. In 1234, Dobraslawa married the German noble Jacques von Salzwedel, who expanded the old borough on Gützkow's Schlossberg Hill with stone buildings. Around 1230, German settlers were invited to the sparsely settled central and northern areas devastated by earlier warfare. The German settlement was part of the pattern of larger migrations and social changes known as Ostsiedlung. Hans Hagen was named after Count Johanni of Gützkow. Conrad II von Salzwedel, Jacques' brother and since 1233 bishop of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Kamin, advanced his relatives by enforcing them with lands belonging to Usedom Abbey. Gützkow evolved into a town and was granted Lübeck law. To oppose Eldena Abbey, which dominated the northern areas, Jacques and Dobraslawa in 1242 founded a Franciscan friary in Greifswald, at this time the marketplace of Eldena. Hence this friary housed the tombs of the von Gützkow family. An inscription on the ceiling read, Anno MCCLXII fratres minores primo intraverant hanc civitatem ad obtinendum, vocatia domino Jacques comiti generoso de Gützkow, quorum corpora hic in coro requiescent. Nota, quod generosis comus Jacques de Gützkow hancarium dedat fratibus in honorem sanctorum Petri e Pauli. The Counts of Gützkow also minted their own coins. Jacques' sons Johanni, Conrad and Jacques II were until 1270 called Herren von Gützkow, thereafter Grafen von Gützkow. The marriage of Jacques II and Czeslawa of Pultbus was already arranged by the time they were aged 5 and 2, respectively. Czeslawa being a princess of a branch of the family of the princes of Rügen who ruled the areas north of Gützkow. Other arrangements connected the Gützkow family with the House of Pomerania. In 1295, Jacques II was a witness to the internal partition of the Duchy of Pomerania, which made Gützkow a part of Pomerania-Wolgast. Jacques' grandson, Nicolaus of Gützkow, was in 1319 appointed by Wittelsbach IV of Pomerania-Wolgast to lead a court. Johann III and Johann IV were involved in a conflict with the Pomeranian dukes about the mother Marguerite's possessions. Marguerite's brother, Boguslaw IV, Duke of Pomerania, had handed over the areas of Konsages, Schlatkow and Bunzo as Dur territory. Probably when Władysław IV, Duke of Pomerania, claimed these areas, they joined Pomerania's opponent Mecklenburg in the First War for the Rugian succession. After the Battle of Grebenau, the Counts of Gützkow settled the conflict, changed sides and fought for the Dukes of Pomerania. In 1327 they besieged the town of Bar. In April 1328, an army led by the Counts of Gützkow and assisted by troops from Demmin and Altentreptow won the decisive Battle of Wölschau against the troops of Heinrich II of Mecklenburg. In 1329–1334, Counts Johann III and Johann IV assisted the Dukes of Pomerania-Stettin in the Pomeranian-Brandenburg-When War against the Margraviate of Brandenburg. In 1331, they participated in the Battle of Kremerdam. Due to the high war costs, they sold many areas to the town of Greifswald, e.g. in 1334–1351 Sans, Mussau and Guest. Count Johann V of Gützkow died on October 25, 1351. During the Battle of Schoppendam near Leutz, fighting in the Second War for the Rugian succession, when his uncle Johann III died soon afterwards in 1359, the House of Gützkow became extinct in the male line. Until 1378, the sisters of Johann V continued to live in Burg Gützkow. The Counts of Gützkow were succeeded by the Dukes of Pomerania, who hence added Count of Gützkow to the title. The Gützkow coat of arms was incorporated into the arms of Pomerania. Subsequent to the dissolution of Pomerania as independent dukedom, the line Pommern-Stettin continued the use of the subsidiary title e.g. Erik v. Gützkow Peglow, Vogtei Gützkow. The name Grafschaft Gützkow was further used to describe the area that the Pomeranian dukes had turned into a Vogtei. The last vote was Hans-Osten, who is mentioned in the 1480s. In the beginning of the 16th century, the Vogtei Gützkow was made part of Amt Wolgast that comprised the area of the former Vogtei, the territory of Wusterhusen and the areas east of Gützkow. Even after the Vogtei was dissolved, the area was still referred to as Grafschaft Gützkow territory. The area of the Principality, Castellany, County and Vogtei of Gützkow did not change significantly over time. In the north it was bordered by the rivers Ryck and Zies. In the east, the border ran east of Zusau, Ransen, Vitensen, Osten. In the west, the border ran west of Düsseldorf. In the south, the county was bordered by the Peene River, from time to time including the territories of Miseres and Ploth south of the Peene. At the end of the 12th century, the territory of Leutz was for some time part of Gützkow. Stolpabi received many gifts of land on both sides of the Peene River shortly after the principality was subdued by the Pomeranians. Jeremiah, Prince of Rugen, donated vast areas on both sides of the Ryck River to Eldena Abbey while he was appointed by King Canute VI of Denmark to rule in the place of the infant sons of the subdued Boguslaw I, Duke of Pomerania, in 1189–1212. Thus, Gützkow's territory was sandwiched between that of Eldena in the north and that of Stolp in the south. The Counts of Gützkow gave parts of the county in fee to the knightly families of Behr, von Horn and von Hayden. Gützkow branch of the House of Salzwedel. Jászó von Salzwedel married Dobraslawa of Pomerania. Johann I Conrad I married N. von Werl, daughter of Nicolaus I von Werl. Jászó II married Czeslawa von Pultbus. Jászó III married N. von Werl, daughter of Johann I von Werl. Nicolaus Bernhard, mentioned 1317 in the Peace of Templin. Johann II married Margaret von Pommern, daughter of Barnemann, Duke of Pomerania-Stettin. Jászó IV, Johann III der Altry. Johann IV der Jungup married Mechthild von Schwerin, daughter of Gunzel and V von Schwerin. Johann V. D. 25 October 1351 in the Battle of Schoppendam near Leutz, Elizabeth Mechthild Conrad II von Salzwedel as Conrad III, Bishop of Kamin.